self-help groups have increased the dignity and autonomy of a woman. How? So this question is actually from rural development lesson and also related to the development lesson. So here we will discuss this question answer. Self-help groups have increased the dignity and autonomy of women. How? Women self-help groups have been created in all villages in the rural sector. The first and foremost important point is it is established almost in all the rural sector. Which one? Women self-help groups. Next, these have been playing a significant role in organizing poor rural women. The first and foremost important point, it existed in all the rural areas or rural sector. Second thing, it helps in organizing poor people or poor rural women and making them financially independent. Next, third point, members of these groups can avail loan easily and engage in productive activities. Those who join this group, they will get loan easily. They will get loan easily and they can engage in productive activities, production activities. These associations have been successful in mobilizing savings and repayment of loans. The mobilizing of the payment, mobilizing the savings as well as the repayment of the loans. That is possible only with the help of women self-help groups. Next, through the self-help groups, alert women are able to get rid of social evils like child marriage, dowry system, caste system, superstitions, exploitation of women and children. So all these problems, the woman after getting education, after involving in these productive activities, she will be very active and confident and be alert to protect herself from all types of exploitation as well as evils. Actually this is a lesson that is about rural development. So this is about 2 months questions that is appeared in last year 2020. Next, answer the following questions in 6 sentences each. Here you will get total 9 questions. Answer the following questions in 6 sentences each. Here you will get total 9 questions for 3 marks. Total marks is 27. And under that first, the new thinking and perception emerged because the British education created a new generation of Indians. The question is, here you have whatever questions got, that is in a twisted manner. So remember, the new thinking and perception emerged because the British education created a new generation of Indians. How? This is about, the question is about the impact of British education or importance of British education or role of British education or Western education or English education. So the same answer is applicable in this question, for this question. So we will discuss the answer of this question. First point, Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes and rationality along with the nationalistic ideas. The first and foremost important point here, Indians could develop modernity, modernism, modern education, secularism, secular thinking, giving utmost importance for all the religion, secularism, democratic attitudes and rationality, rational thinking along with the nationalistic ideas. English education gave great impetus for the development of nationalistic ideas. Second, impetus was received for the local literature and languages. Encouragement was given for the local literature and local language because local literature and language was completely neglected. Because of English education, impetus was received pursuit for the local literature and languages. This facilitated unity in thinking process among the educated class. As a result, the development of thinking of a unity. We are one. The national thinking, national feelings was grown, that was developed mainly because of English education. Third point, periodicals started emerging because of English education, because of modern education, because of British education, periodicals started emerging. Many periodicals started emerging in India. These scrutinized the policies and working of the government, which in turn enabled the Indians to have critical opinions on various issues. So these periodicals enlightened the minds of the people, opened the eyes of the people, related to the British activities, related to the whatever British administration in India. So which enabled the Indians to have critical opinion on various issues. Next, new social and religious reformation movements emerged as a result of English education. Because of British education or modern education, reformation movement was took place in Indian society, that is new social and religious reformation movement led by highly educated people like Rajaram Mohan Roy, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, Dr. or Mrs. Annie Besant, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, etc. The thoughts of thinkers like J.S. Mill, Rousseau, Montesquieu brought fresh thinking in the minds of educated youth of India. The great ideas of the great philosophers like J.S. Mill, Rousseau and Montesquieu, their ideas greatly influenced the common people as well as educated Indian people. So it helps in opening the minds of young people or the youths of India. Next, the freedom struggles that were taking place, the globe influenced the Indians also. Now, during this period, that is the period of this religious reformation movement. So, during that period, here the independent movement was took place in different parts of the world. Because of English education, here the people of India, greatly influenced by the freedom movement of other countries of the world. So, the Indian freedom struggle greatly influenced by the freedom struggle of other parts of the earth or other parts of the world. Next, Indians could understand and appreciate their rich tradition. Indians understood their rich tradition mainly because of English education or Western education. So this much about the question, that is the new thinking and perception emerged because the British education created new generation of Indians. Next question, explain the rebellion of Vedas of Hadagali. Explain the rebellion of Vedas of Hadagali. So point wise, first point, rebellion of Vedas of Hadagali were as follows. First one, Hadagali is a small village of Mudhol Taluk of Belgaum district. The first and foremost important point, Hadagali is an important district, that is very small village of Mudhol Taluk of Belgaum district. The small village of Mudhol Taluk of Belgaum district. Second, this was part of the Mudhol principality. Hadagali dynasty or Hadagalis of Vedas were the part of Mudhol principality. In 1857, third point, in 1857, the British banned the usage of weapons. In 1857, British banned the usage of weapons. Next, fourth point, the Vedas, who always kept guns as part of customs, they were good hunters. Vedas were kept weapon along with them always because that was their custom, and also they were the good hunters. They rebelled against the British. Next point, they rebelled against the British when they they were asked to surrender their arms or firearms. According to the British Act, that is British introduced banned or British banned usage of weapons. According to that, these Halagali Vedas were forcefully asked to submit or surrender their weapons to the British. So they rebelled against the British when they were asked to surrender their firearms. The Vedas of Manturu, Vedas of Bodhani, Alagundi and other joined with Halagali Vedas. In this way they got strength. They fought against with the British, but the British army entered Halagali village to suppress the rebellion. Finally, the British suppressed the rebellion of Halagali Vedas. So completely defeated and many Vedas were hanged by the British. So that is about the Vedas of Halagali. So very easy questions, direct questions are asked here. So next question. Explain the aims of Arya Samaj. What was the main aim of Arya Samaj? First, all Hindus should believe in one formless God. The first and foremost aim of Arya Samaj. All Hindus should believe in only one God, that is formless God. You know that Hindus believe many gods in different forms. So this was opposed by Dayananda Saraswati, and he demanded the people, asked the people to believe only one formless God. Second, no one is a Shudra or Brahmin by birth, and caste based system was rejected. No one is considered as a Brahmin or a Shudra because of his birth. He strongly condemned this system, and also caste based system should be rejected. Caste based society was rejected. That was one more idea of Swami Dayananda Saraswati or Arya Samaj. Because the founder of Arya Samaj was Dayananda Saraswati. He founded or established Arya Samaj in the year 1875. So his main ideas, that is the idea of Arya Samaj or the aims of Arya Samaj. So remember, one and the same. Next, third point, encouragement to intercaste marriage. He opposed to caste system. That's why he encouraged intercaste marriage. Next, rejection of polygamy and child marriage. Marrying more than one woman, called as polygamy system. So he opposed polygamy system as well as child marriage system that was prevalent in Indian society. Next, men and women are equal. So one more important idea of Arya Samaj. There is no difference between men and women. Both are equal. Both are equal. Men and women are equal. One should, last point, one should study Vedas and other ancient sacred texts and teach them. So these are important points related to the aims of Arya Samaj. Aims of Arya Samaj. All Hindus should believe in one formless God. No one is a Shudra or Brahmin by birth, and caste-based system was rejected. Encouragement to enter intercaste marriages, rejection of polygamy and child marriage. Men and women are equal. One should study Vedas and other ancient sacred texts and preach them. Next question. What are your suggestions to eradicate communalism, being an internal problem of India? Communalism is considered as the internal problem, segregation of people in the name of religion, that is called as communalism. So what is your suggestion to eradicate communalism, being an internal problem of India? So what is your suggestion? You have to write here. The first point, economic and social inequality could fuel the communalism. The main reason for communalism, that is nothing but economic and social inequality. Inequality, that is no equality. Social status, related to the social status, there is no equality. Related to the economic status inequality. So these two inequality leads to communalism. Foster here, what can we do to solve the problem of communalism? Foster the faith of all people and develop healthy national thoughts. So, foster to encourage the feeling of all people are equal and develop healthy national thoughts. Always we have to develop healthy national thoughts. Not to suspect other religious people. If we suspect other religious people, the same thing we will get. That's why we have to respect all the religion. If we respect all the religion, automatically other people also respect all the religion. So, in this way, we can give the importance for healthy development of healthy national thoughts. Instead of considering a person as a Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jain or whatever, instead of that we have to consider them as human beings, as a people of our country. That is important. In this way, that is the first, foster the faiths of all people and develop healthy national thoughts. Next, ideas like uniform civil code should be followed. Law, in front of law, all are equal, no one is superior, no one is inferior. So, uniform civil code, equality among all citizens and supporting secular values in the society. Supporting secular values in the society. Secularism, the idea of secularism is important. Even in the Indian constitution itself is declared that India is a secular country. So all the religions are equally important here. So this is our duty, each and everyone's duty to respect all the religion instead of suspecting. That is important. So here the first point, foster the faith of all people and develop healthy national thoughts. Second one, ideas like uniform civil code, equality among all citizens and supporting secular values in the society. Next, the citizens should commit themselves for secular society. The citizens themselves should commit. Our commitment is important, the feeling of secularism. All the religions are equally important. All the religions are superior. Not to consider the religion, some religions are superior and other religions are inferior. Instead of that, we have to treat all the religion equally. Then it helps in the development of national thoughts. Next, last point, precaution should be taken to check communalism as it would spoil the integrity, equality, fraternity and cultural diversity of India. Whenever the idea of communalism, if it affects the unity of the nation, fraternity of the nation, fraternity feelings, equality feelings, immediately such development should be immediately it should be checked. Then only we can protect our country from the problem called communalism. So these points you have to remember right here. Economic and social inequality could fear the communalism, foster the faiths of all people and develop healthy national thoughts. Ideas like uniform civil code, equality among all citizens and supporting secular values in the society. The citizens should commit themselves for secular society. Precautions should be taken to check communalism as it would spoil the integrity, equality, fraternity and cultural diversity in India. So that is about 3 marks questions. Next, the financial services provided by the, before that question, mention the financial services provided by the post offices. What are the financial services provided by the post offices? The financial services provided by the post offices are, first one, post office savings bank. Post office saving banks. Second, issue of national savings certificates. One is a savings bank. Second one, issue of national savings certificate. Third one, Kisan Vikas Patra. Next, fourth one, monthly recurring deposits, that is RD facility. Next, postal life insurance, LIC, that is life insurance in postal department. Next, pension payment, money transfer. So all these facilities are provided to the people by the post office. The what are the services provided by the post office to the people? First one, post office savings bank, issue of national savings certificate, Kisan Vikas Patra, monthly recurring deposits, postal life insurance, pension payment and money transfer. Now next, that is explain the causes for the failure of first war of Indian independence, that is Roman number 5. Answer the following questions in about 8 sentences each. Here you will get total 4 questions. That is total 4 questions. In that first comes explain the causes for the failure of the first war of Indian independence. What was the main cause for the failure of 1857 revolt? The causes for the failure of the first war of Indian independence of 1857. It did not cover every part of India. The first point is 1857 revolt did not cover every part of India. It concentrated only in some areas, not all the part. Second point, it was mainly concentrated on the issues of rights of the kings and queens rather than liberation of the country. So this 1857 revolt is failed mainly because it concentrated on the issues like rights of the kings and queens, not considered the liberation of the country. Whenever the kings affected by the British rule, they fought against the British. There was no unity among the people. It was only they fought because to protect their interest, not because to protect our country or nation from the British. Third, as it was not a planned mutiny. It was not a planned mutiny. Next, there were many unexpected results. What expected results? You know that expected and unexpected results. So this revolt has caused or experienced many unexpected results. The unity among the British and the disunity among the Indian soldiers. One more is unity among the British, disunity among the Indians. There was no unity among the Indians. Resulted in its failure. So because of there was no unity among the people, so it was failed. Next, third one, next point, the mutiny lacked direction and leadership. There was a lack of direction and lack of leadership. There was no proper leadership and there was no proper direction for given to fight against the British. Because of that, it was one more reason. Next, the soldiers also lacked discipline and organizing skills. Lack of discipline and organizing skills among the soldiers of India. And the last one more, the Indian soldiers lacked military strategies, planning, capabilities and soldiering skills. Because of that, 1857 revolt was failed. The Indian soldiers lacked military strategies, planning capabilities and soldiering skills. Last point, the freedom fighters lacked a definite aim. There was no definite aim. That's why it was not applied. It was not applied. There was no definite aim. That's why 1857 revolt was failed. So next question, describe the relationship between India and China from Sindhu River civilization till recent times. So you know what was the recent development that was took place between in the relationship of India and China. So here related to that question, answer is like this. The relationship between China and India goes back to ancient times. The relationship between India and China goes back to ancient times. First point. Second point, Buddhism originated in India has found wide acceptance in China. Buddhism that is originated in India but got wide acceptance in China. Second important point, that the related to the relationship between India and China. Third one, many of Indian rulers had cordial business relationship with Chinese rulers. During the ancient period, many Indian kingdoms developed good relationship with the Chinese rulers. Next, the silk trade between China and India is discussed in Kautilya's Arthashastra. So the famous book Arthashastra was written by Kautilya, and in that book he mentioned the trade relationship between the China and India. Especially he mentioned about the silk trade. Next point, after the emergence of India and China as two sovereign republics, their mutual relationship were guided by Panchashila principles. So, Panchashila principle was signed between China and Indian. So, here whatever their relationship between India and China was guided by the Panchashila principles. A war broke out between India and China in 1962 due to escalation of Tibetan crisis. The main reason for India-Indo-China War of 1962, that is escalation of Tibetan crisis. Next, after the war, border disputes arose and these disputes still remain unsolved, that Arunachal Pradesh. Even today, the border dispute was broke out between India and China. Even today, that was not solved, especially that is related to the Arunachal Pradesh. Next, belongs to it is one of the main bone of contention between the countries. The border issue was one of the main bone of contention to spoil the relation between India and China. India has established good trade relationship between China after 1980s. With the continued efforts of India and China, BRICS in 2015 group of countries has been established. So this is the important point you have to write for this question, and even today you know that what happens, the relationship between India and China is completely spoiled. It is deteriorated day by day. So that is about this question. Answer is related to this question. Describe the relationship between India and China from Sindh River civilization till recent times. Last question, that is a map question. Draw a neat outline map of India. Draw a neat outline map of India and mark the following. It is for 5 marks. Here you will get the total 1 plus 4. That is 1 marks for drawing the map, 4 marks for location. Here you got 4 places in that. One is from the first part, that is 23.5 degree north latitude. 23.5 degree north latitude means it is a Tropic of Cancer. So this is about the question paper of last year, Social Science question paper 2020. In next class I will discuss about question paper of practice papers. 10 question papers are given to you. So that question paper will try to solve all the questions related to your midterm portion. Not all the questions, only about the midterm portion. So this much about the question paper pattern and related to discussion about the question paper. Because last year question paper is changed, pattern was changed last year. Same pattern, we don't know whether the same pattern will be continued for this academic year or what pattern will be changed. That no idea related to that. But till that we have to follow this pattern only. Here this midterm examination is for 80 marks. Remember, give importance for notes and more importance for reader. If you have perfect in reader, you can write everything from the lesson, whatever questions regarding to the, whether it is a multiple choice question or one word question answer, 2 sentence or 3 or a 3 marks question or 4 marks question or math question. So make a perfect study of a reader. Thank you.